Hi everyone, today I'm going to chat a little bit about how you can prioritise yourself and make more time for self-care in a very busy schedule. Because we're all busy, but it's so important, and self-care isn't selfish. It's actually completely necessary and you really need it, especially if you are busy, if you do wear multiple hats and have multiple roles in your life, as so many of us do. If you look after yourself and fill up your own tank first, you are able to give so much more to other people. So first, I just want to say, what is self-care? Because a lot of people talk about it, but not a lot of people talk about what it is and what it means. An activity that you choose to make time for that somehow benefits your physical, emotional, or even spiritual, mental well-being. So that is what self-care is to me. And with that being said, my first tip is to make your own sort of self-care prescription. Write a list of your favourite activities that you personally consider self-care, because I think where people struggle is they might not have time for, or they might not really enjoy to do the traditional self-care activities such as have a bath, do yoga, meditate, go on a fancy spa trip. There are so many things that we instantly think of when we talk about like self-care and wellness, but it doesn't have to look like that. And I think self-care starts with realising what makes you happy, like I've just said, and make a list of those things. This is really helpful because it means that you can look over those things and make sure you're making time for them in your schedule. So my second tip, and I've already sort of touched on this, but that is to mark it in your calendar. So when you've had to think about how you can fit those activities into your week, actually get them on your to-do list and in your calendar, and treat them with the same amount of importance and respect that you would any other appointment where you have to go and see someone else and you don't want to let that person down. I would say don't let yourself down either, and treat yourself with the same amount of respect as you would your doctor, your dentist, your boss, your friend, your client. All these appointments and meetings and other things that we put in our calendar and we get there bang on time, we wouldn't even think to just skip it because we couldn't be bothered. We just go because that's just how it is. Try to look at your own personal well-being with the same amount of importance. So my third one is a bit of a controversial one, but that is to set expectations and boundaries with the people in your life. This is probably the most challenging to do, but is also one of the most important things when it comes to physically having enough time for self-care. Because if you're just saying yes to everyone, you're saying no to yourself, because you're actually denying yourself that me time. Even just a couple of hours where if someone asks you to do something, you can say, well actually I could do like earlier in the day, but I'm just planning to, go to the gym or relax or whatever else you want to do at that time. So could we do it earlier in the day? Even if it means, slightly rejigging plans if someone does ask you to do something. Just try and honour yourself and honour that time. Could also look like saying no to things. Boundaries can be saying no to things and being like, you know what? I only have so much time and so much energy, and this is not where my priorities lie at this moment. So I am just going to have to respectfully say no to this opportunity, to this person, to this party invitation, whatever it is. Like in your gut when something is not right, and you have to push through that guilt or that expectation of feeling like you have to say yes. and just be really kind and gracious and polite, but just say, you know, thanks, but no thanks. Like, I'm not available then, or I'm actually spending more time doing this now, so I won't be able to make it. And the last thing that I really wanted to say is create your own self-care ritual. This is really fun and sort of ties into the first point, because you'll have already made like your self-care activity list, but think about how you can create like a little ritual that you either schedule in regularly. For example, every fortnight on a Sunday evening, I will try and have like a real, just unplugged, relaxing pamper routine. It trains your brain into that trigger of, oh, like now is the time to switch off and feel zen. And it actually means that you get so much more relaxation out of it. It's also really necessary for those emergency times. So if something awful happens, if you are really sick, if you are suffering with depression, anxiety, stress, illness, loss, pain, grief, whatever it is, we all have those days where we just need to shut the world out. And this is where your little self-care ritual, you will just fall back on it and find comfort and solace in that ritual. There's something really powerful in that. There's something really powerful in rituals and routines. So that is something I'm really passionate about, and self-care is something I'm really passionate about. So I hope this video has encouraged you a little bit and hopefully given you some really good tips to make more time for self-care in your busy schedule. Let me know your favourite self-care activities, and let me know what you've really taken away from this video that you're going to implement in your life. I'd love to hear your feedback. Please subscribe and join our community. I post 3 videos every single week. If you sign up to my email list, you will also get a positive, uplifting message in your inbox every Monday morning. So I really hope to speak to you again soon. I'll see you then. Bye.